our live show. This is one of our very special Countdown to Christmas shows that we're doing, where we cook for you all of our favourite Asian-inspired holiday dishes. And I'm joined by my very talented, very cute mum. Say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
And so this is my mum Noi. She's a professional chef, but also has all of those awesome mum tips, don't you? All the good tips.
Yes.
So we have a jam-packed show for you today. We're focusing on party food. So our favourite party foods, little canapes, things that you can prepare ahead of time for your entertaining needs. So what are we doing? We're doing my mum's very special, this is a really special recipe, we love this one, crispy noodle prawns. And we're doing some garlic pork toast. And we're doing, what's the other one we're doing? We're doing roast duck, hoisin roast duck spring rolls. So many things to get through, so many things. So anyway, it's a live show, so you guys, if you've got any questions, type them up and we'll try and answer them during the show or after. And please let us know where you're joining us from, because we love to hear that you're from Florida or New Jersey or Brisbane or the Philippines. So many people from lots of different countries watching, so let us know. Anyway, why don't you get started on your very special
the first
crispy noodle prawns.
We're going to make the sauce.
Yes, we're going to make the sauce.
We're going to make the sauce.
So this dipping sauce is my favourite, Mum, because we use it for lots of different dishes.
Don't we? Different. Now
so the same dipping sauce you can use for spring rolls, for prawn toast, everything. Sugar, okay. Water and vinegar. So this is like a sweet, sour, tangy sauce, and you can adjust it at the end. You can make it spicy, you can make it mild. It's super great, and it's great to have in the fridge, so you can make up a big batch and then use it for lots of different parties. Okay, so you just heat that up until
to the 2 cups of milk. And fish sauce. Now we start with milk.
So just wait for that sugar to melt and then you add the fish sauce.
Yes.
Okay, so while we're waiting for that sugar to melt, why don't you tell us how we make the marinade for your prawns?
Okay, what is the prawn is we got garlic. Garlic.
Pound out the garlic.
Coriander roots.
So coriander roots, Mum, why don't you let people know what they are? So we've got the coriander here.
That's the fresh coriander root, right? We already used the bottom part for the marinate the prawn.
Okay. So the bottom part has lots of flavour.
A lot of flavour.
Using that for this marinade. Okay. And then you can save the leaves for the garnish.
For the garnish. Now peppercorn.
Okay, peppercorns. And then a rough paste or
a little bit rough.
Okay. You know. So you're getting rid of those garlic skins. What is this hat, Mum?
Where your hat?
What do you mean, where's my hat?
Your hat. Your hat.
Mum, making me wear embarrassing things since 1982, huh? You want me to put my hat on?
Yes. Wear your hat.
Trying to get away with it. It's here. Alright, Christmas time. Put the hat on. Okay. Why don't you guys let us know what embarrassing things your mum makes you wear at Christmas time? Let's see if we've got any questions so far, Mum. Let's see who's watching. We've got so many great regulars. Thanks for joining us every week. There's loads of videos to catch up on as well. So if you've missed any, just scroll through the Facebook feed and you can find them. So that is smelling so good already.
Little bit, Now we put some in the prawn. Okay,
so you're putting that in the prawns. So, Mum, can you tell me what else you use this marinade for? Because we're using it for prawns today, but what else can you use it for?
You got the prawn or pork or beef.
So, because you sometimes make chicken skewers, chicken satay with this marinade. It's really good, isn't it? Okay. So, and then what do you need? Some fish sauce as well.
Fish sauce.
So we've got Justine Chen. She's saying, "You're the best mum ever." That's nice. She's from Taiwan. Hi, Justine. Thank you for joining us. And Eleni loves our hat, Mum.
Oh,
she loves the hats.
Okay. Okay. You mix it up, right? How they now you can see all they go together.
And that smells so good already.
Smells good.
Do you need to leave that for long, Mum, to marinate or?
Not long.
Okay.
Not long.
So it's not like you have to leave it overnight.
No. It's don't need to leave overnight.
So you can just do that and then get it going.
Now this starts with the curry sauce. Now we have fish sauce.
Okay.
Fish sauce. Yes.
Great. I'm going to see if there's any questions here. Oh, we've got Alex from New Zealand watching. Hi, Alex. Oh, we've got Susanna from Portugal. She says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Susanna. Thanks for joining us.
Christmas.
Oh, Sonia wants to know who's looking after the little one. Actually, that's my husband. Tim's looking after little Charlie today. So he sent us off to work and he's
you
home.
Move this away? Can you move this away?
Yes, I can move that away for you. I'll put it over here.
Now we do the prawn.
Okay, we do the prawns. So this part, could you do that? You could do this the day before or something, couldn't you, Mum?
No, not the day before.
Not the day before.
No.
Okay.
You do maybe a couple hours before your guests arrive. You can keep. You roll it up. You can put it in the fridge.
In the fridge.
But not overnight.
Not too long.
Not
Is that
too long.
because the noodle gets soggy?
Yeah. No, don't need overnight.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So what have you got here? You've got some egg noodles.
Egg noodle.
So you can find these egg noodles in the fridge section of some supermarkets or from your Asian grocer, and they're just fresh, uncooked egg noodles. Yeah. So
now
put those.
Yes. Now I make the prawn already.
Okay.
So you pick up the noodle, not like that, right? Like that. Okay, like
So you just pick up maybe like
yes.
a handful of 7 or 8
and you use
strands of noodle.
Chop up like that. Okay.
Geez, those prawns look lovely, don't they?
Roll it up like that, okay?
Susan wants to know if we can come to her house for dinner and cook. What do you reckon, Mum?
Yes.
Can you get to Susan's place? I'm not sure where Susan lives, but
where Susan lives?
She doesn't say actually, but maybe she could come over here one day.
Yes. You can have dinner. Now, see, you roll it up, not hard, not hard to roll.
Yeah. Okay. So that's really easy, Mum.
That's the noodle pick up easy like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Prawn. So you're not even doesn't have to be tight either.
No. Just
because
up.
what you want is for those noodles to be a bit loose so that it spreads out and makes it nice and like pretty when it hits the oil, right?
Yeah.
I love these. Mum, could you? So with these ones, could you make it like this and then freeze them, or you think just make them fresh?
Not good to freeze.
Not good to freeze. Okay, this one not good to freeze. Some of the other ones we're doing in the show later, they're
but
good
spring
to
roll you
freeze,
can, but not to freeze.
So we're going to be doing spring rolls and garlic pork toasts coming up as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me, Mum. Should I check if this oil is hot?
Yeah, you check the oil or check it.
Okay. So this is Mum's tried and tested method of checking whether the oil is hot, and that's putting a wooden spoon into the oil, and then when you can see those little bubbles, that means your oil is hot and good to go.
Yeah.
All right, you do the honours, Mum. You do the frying. Let's see if we've got... so Patricia is saying, are you in Australia? No, we're in Bangkok actually. So we're filming live from Thailand, where I'm based at the moment with my lovely mum and my family.
Ready to put in?
Yeah, put that in.
It's too hot. Turn down a bit.
Okay. You hear that nice
you can see the sound. Yeah.
So I always think you've got to have the oil just hot enough to get everything nice and crispy, but not too hot, because then the noodles will burn before the prawns cook. So I actually just push that pot off the heat a little bit, because it's starting to get a little bit hot.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good already. I can smell the garlic and those prawns. And these look so pretty when they come out. I'm going to see, who else have we got joining us today? So we've got Barbara from Sydney. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
We've got Jeff from the UK. Any questions, guys? Have you got any questions for us? Let us know. We can help you out with any sort of tips for any of these recipes. Ooh, look at those prawns, Mum. They look amazing. So they don't take long to cook, do they?
No, not take long to cook. They take long to cook at all.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. because we have 2 more dishes to make, 2 more awesome party foods to get going. Okay. All right. So while Mum's finishing up those prawns, we are going to make a garlic pork toast. So if you've ever had that favourite prawn toast in your Chinese restaurant, this is a pork version, and the homemade version is always so much fresher and lighter. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of pork mince and some garlic, and you just want an egg white as well. Get in there. And you want some fish sauce and a little bit of salt. So this is a recipe that you can make in advance. So this is a great one to make up and then freeze, and then you can cook it from frozen. So you've got ready-made party food ready to go in the freezer. And then we want some black pepper, a fair bit of black pepper, good chunk of black pepper. And then I'm going to throw in some red bird's eye chilies because I like it spicy, but if you want to leave those out, that's totally up to you. You don't have to add those in. Just give that a little bit of a chop. So that goes in. And then I'm also going to add some coriander root as well. So I know a lot of you are not a huge fan of coriander. There's a lot of people that don't like it, but in these sorts of recipes where you're just using the coriander root and you're putting that into a paste or a marinade, you really can't taste it. It just adds this sort of really great background flavour, but it's not too strong. So if you're not a fan of coriander but you still want to give this a try, I would recommend it. Otherwise, you can totally leave it out, up to you. So I'm going to give that a bit of a blitz. Because that's not really a very nice sound for you guys to listen to live, I'm going to show, why don't we show everyone, so my mum, while I've been away on maternity leave, has been taking over the kitchen and doing some very funny videos. So why don't we show everyone a sneak peek of your latest video, huh? Superstar, my mum. All right, let's play it.
Hello, FaceTime.
No, Facebook.
Hello on the book today.
No.
Hello on the Facebook today.
You're a big star on Facebook now, you know.
Really? Now start cooking. Curry paste, coconut milk, bamboo, dry herbs. Now the cooking. Beautiful. Smell good. So don't let the cook too long because the beef gonna be tough. That is looking good. You're ready to serve. Smell good.
Okay, so we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You are too cute on the video. You're gonna put me out of it. She's gonna put me out of a job. It'll be Noise Kitchen soon. So funny. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my spatula. I really like that recipe actually, the beef and the pumpkin curry, and I like,
very nice.
So anyway, I won't spoil it because we're going to be releasing Mum's video tomorrow on the Facebook page, but she gives you tips for how to keep that beef really moist in a curry, because I find sometimes if you don't know what to do, the beef can end up being really tough in the curry. So yeah, good tips from Mum there. Right, so I've got my pork mixture and I'm just taking some little rounds of baguette and spreading that pork mixture on the top. So this is what you can do in advance. So you get your little toast and then you want to dip it into some sesame seeds. I'm using some black sesame seeds, but you can use white sesame seeds as well. And then you just keep going, and at this point you can actually freeze them as they are, just like this, and keep them in a Ziploc bag. We'll put them on a tray first, freeze them solid, then put them into a Ziploc bag, and then you've got some ready-made party foods that all you have to do is fry from frozen. So do you want to cook some of these for me?
You need to fry?
Yes, please.
No, the oil ready to cook.
Okay.
Okay,
You just slide those in. be making some of those. So why don't you guys tell us, what are you doing for Christmas? Who's cooking? Are you cooking? My mum, actually, you got in a bit of trouble last week, didn't you, from the son-in-law, because Mum told everyone on the show that she makes a better Christmas ham than the son-in-law. He wasn't very impressed, was he? He still thinks he makes the best ham, but what do you think? Who makes the best ham? Oh, you make the best ham?
No son-in-law.
No son-in-law. He's at home with the baby watching that.
Yes.
You're going to be in trouble again. Okay, so I love these. These are like super crispy, savoury little bites, and you can do the same thing with the prawn mixture too, if you want to. Okay, so that's canapé number 2, Mum.
Yep.
Canapé number 2. And let me see if we've got any questions before we move on to the next one. So Carmel can't wait to see the beef and pumpkin curry recipe tomorrow. You guys will love it. It's one of my favourites. You've been making, Mum makes the pumpkin and beef curry. She's been making it forever and I love it. So Karen says she always over-caters and overdoes it. And that's exactly what we do. I think last year we might have made 2 or 3 hams over the Christmas and New Year period, which is totally OTT, but that's, it's better to have more than less this time of year. Let's see, who else? Oh, so Sonia's saying face. Okay, so we're back. Sorry guys, we just had a technical issue which happens with Facebook Live. So Sonia's asking about frying the toast, and yes, good question. You put the toast in face down so that you make sure that the pork cooks through, because that's the part that's most important, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and the other thing about deep frying is that if you get that temperature right, so if you make sure the oil is hot enough, you're not going to come, the reason you get oily foods when you deep fry is if the oil is not hot enough. Yep. Isn't that right? Because it soaks into the food. So if it's the right temperature, then you get crispy outside and not oily on the inside. Yeah. Okay, so Stephen's asking, what's the first canapé? So if you're just joining us, we did just have a technical issue, but we're back. If you're joining us, we have already made the crispy noodle prawns, and we are now making the garlic pork toast. Now, if you guys want any of the recipes from today's show, they're on my website, marionskitchen/recipes. Go and check it out. There's all the quantities listed there. And
you can see that. I like getting ready.
I can see. They look delicious. Okay, so next up, we are going to make...
this one put in that too?
Yeah, we can put it over there, Mum. Look at that.
That's how you look for the color. Okay. See? Ready, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. You don't want our cook to burn. This one just right, just nice.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
this one,
so if we get on to making I'll just move this over. And so we're on to our third canapé. Can you believe it? All right, so hoisin duck spring rolls. All right. So my mum is the spring roll master. You make like hundreds. She makes hundreds at a time. Puts them in the freezer. So I learnt from the best. Now, at this time of year, I'm always looking for little shortcuts, and for me, a great shortcut is to utilize the roast duck that you can find from a lot of Asian or Chinese restaurants, or even from some Chinese butchers or Asian grocers. So get yourself some roast duck, and so it should just come sliced roast duck. Order it in from your Chinese restaurant, and that is ready to go. One less job for you to do. And then we're going to take some of these spring roll wrappers. Now, we made fresh homemade spring roll wrappers a little while ago on Facebook Live, and that recipe is also on our website if you wanted to give it a go. But we're going to do the the sort of shortcut option today, because this time of year you don't want to be in the kitchen too much. You want to be out partying and having a drink, don't you? You like a drink. If you haven't seen it already, my mum does an amazing pad thai recipe where the first step is to pour the wine, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so our spring roll wrapper, we just want a little bit of hoisin sauce, and you want a slice of duck, a couple of slices of duck, and you want a couple of battens. So I just took some spring onion and just sliced the thicker parts into battens, and then just sliced those green parts as well. So you want to make a nice little bundle, roll it over, and then Mum, are you going to fry these for me as well?
Yep.
So make yourself a little parcel, keep going, and then I've just got some flour and water. So flour, equal parts flour and water to make a glue, and then that goes here, and then you roll it up. Is that oil ready, Mum?
Yep.
Okay, and in you go.
Yeah.
So I'll do another one of those for you guys. So the most important thing whenever you're doing spring rolls is to make sure you get a nice tight roll, because otherwise you don't want things coming apart in the oil. And I always find there are some recipes where they say to just do an egg wash on the spring roll wrapper, but I find that doesn't stick a lot of the time. So the flour and the water paste is definitely the best way to go. So once again, we want a little bit of hoisin, we want some duck, and a couple of these spring roll battens, and roll that up. Okay, so we've got a question about what oil we're using. So Mum, what oil do we usually use there for deep frying?
This vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil. Or is that sunflower today? You can use sunflower, vegetable oil. Sometimes we use rice bran oil.
Yes.
Basically, you want a neutral tasting oil with a high smoke or burning point.
Sunflower for today.
Yeah. We don't. I love olive oil, but we don't usually tend to fry with it or stir fry with it, because actually the flavour is wasted. Good olive oil should be tasted, and this sort of thing, the olive flavour sort of overpowers. Yep. So you just want a neutral tasting oil. Yep. That goes in.
So you see all the oil ready?
Yeah.
When you start to bubble,
so
that's mean the oil.
These bubbles, Mum. So this that's what you're talking about,
yep.
isn't it?
Yep. The oil hot enough to be.
Great. And so you just cook those until.
Yeah.
So how do we know when they're ready? Just when they're golden?
Yeah, when they're ready. You can tell when they're ready. The color will come.
Yeah. Yeah. Because these are already cooked. So.
Yeah. So you'll see when they're ready, the color will change. You know.
Great.
That's all you need.
Okay, so all that's left to do really is finish off our dipping sauce.
Yep.
So we want to finish off, we started at the very beginning of the video, or the very beginning of the show, making Mum's very special chili and coriander sauce, but we only got part way through. So what have you got in here, Mum? Just
sugar, water, vinegar, and fish sauce.
Fish sauce, okay, so what do we need to add now?
Add now is chili and coriander.
Chili and coriander, okay. Grab some of that. Now, how do you want me to chop this? Fine chop?
Yeah, fine chop, yep.
Okay.
You don't have to be finely chopped because you can eat the coriander and chili as well.
Oh, okay, right. Now, I love this because it has such a lovely colour, your sauce.
Yes. But when this one, you can eat chili and...
So if I wanted to make it really spicy, well, I just add more chilies, right?
Add more chili, but already got chili in there. This is, some people like to eat sauce with the chili too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm using these really large chilies today, and that keeps the sauce quite mild. So if you wanted to make this really spicy, I would use some bird's eye chilies, some of the smaller ones, small spicier ones. And how much of this do you want to add in, Mum? You can add in.
Just nice, not too much.
Okay.
Just nice.
So with this, this amount of sauce.
Yes.
You want maybe like what, a couple of tablespoons of chopped coriander?
Yep. That's it.
And then we've got chili as well. And look at that colour. Oh, it's Christmas colours. Isn't that great?
Yeah. The spring roll is ready.
Total coincidence. And then so that's our lovely dipping sauce. So if you are just joining us, this dipping sauce is amazing. It's great with spring rolls. It's great with our prawn toast, pork toast, our crispy noodle prawns. You can use it for just about anything. It's really, or any kind of Asian dipping sauce. It's really great. So let's get everything plated up. We're all ready to party.
Yes.
You ready to party?
Yes.
So here are our amazing crispy prawns. And then I've got another plate down here. So you can serve them each on their own, or we've got, and then have a look at this sauce. So it's such a pretty colour. You can see the chili and the coriander. Got our spring rolls, some of these prawns. So remember, all of the recipes for all of these guys are on my website, and we'll be back again next week with our final Christmas show with some more great holiday food ideas for you guys. So hopefully we'll see you next week. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We love seeing you guys. So thank
Love
you.
you. See you soon.
Neat.
Oh, beautiful.
Which one are you going to have? I'm going to have this one. I'm going to dip it in here.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I love it.